Good day, everybody. It's after hours here at the office, and oftentimes during the day, I see patients come in and they have a particular concern, and it makes me think, oh, I should make a video about that or something. We're missing something about it. So today I wanted to do a little talk, just brief, show you a few things about knee problems, because so many people are needing knee replacements. They have osteoarthritis of their knees. And some of that you can't completely fix. I mean, once the knee is really damaged, there is a point when it becomes you might need surgery to repair that. And we're thankful that we have that. So, but that said, for a lot of you out there, maybe you're 25 years old, maybe you're 35, 45, 55, maybe you're not ready for that replacement yet. They won't do it, nor do you want it. So, but you're having knee pain consistently. So the biggest things, of course, to watch out for is what you're doing on a daily basis. Of course, if you're kneeling lots, get knee pads, whatever you have to do. That's going to hurt your knees over the long haul. Secondly, unless you have a very direct trauma to the knee, and a lot of you may have had that in the past. Let's say that you played a sport or you fell or gotten some sort of an accident, and you damaged one of the ligaments, the MCL, or some of the cartilage in there. The great part about the knee is that no matter what injury that you've had, the vast majority of knee conditions respond well to some very basic fundamental exercises and treatments. And so I wanted to highlight a few of those things because they're just totally easy to do, and you should be doing them. If you've got knee problems, you should do them every day. So I'll probably post up some of these videos here in the corner or wherever I can as I'm doing the video editing. So one of the things that is really, really important is strengthening the combination of the nerve flow, so how your brain controls the muscles surrounding the knee, and of course the muscles themselves. And the two kind of go hand in hand. You can't really affect one without the other. So how that works is, so the exercise that I recommend that everyone do is the single leg balance. So for those of you, I usually recommend people start off on one leg. Okay, so you're balancing on one leg and with your eyes open. Now, for some of you, that's going to be super easy, and in fact, way too easy. But I recommend starting with eyes open for a minute straight, each leg. Set your iPhone timer or whatever timer that you've got for a minute each leg and do that. Now, a better way to do that is do it with the eyes closed. That said, if you're a bit older, or you have poor balance to start with, that eyes closed is going to be tough for you. So you could try it, but just make sure that you're close to something so that we don't want you falling over, of course. But for those of you, like myself, I do it eyes closed every day. It's 1 minute eyes closed, wobble around for a while on one leg, and then I do the other leg. And that's just something I do daily. Not that I even have a lot of knee problems, but I don't want any. So that's part of what I do. So that's an exercise that you should do. Number 2 is doing the daily exercises that is on our YouTube account as well. That's something that some of you, and a lot of you might already be doing. But you want good glute strength, so that's butt muscle strength. And so for that, we do some squats, okay? But I will maybe make a link to that other video below as well too. If you go down, you'll be able to see the daily back exercises, and I would do those as well every day. As far as treatments go, though, there's a few other things that you can do. Number 1, of course, is adjustments is what we do. And there's a few areas that we can adjust. Now, we can adjust knees, but we don't often do that a lot. Most often what we're going to end up doing is adjusting ankles and like sacroiliac or lower back joints. Now, the reason is, of course, from your lower back, the nerves that come from your lower back, they go down and they control the glutes, your butt muscles. They control the muscles surrounding the knee and the calf. So if you've got a compressed nerve or irritated nerve in your lower back, it could be buggering up all the muscular control around your knee, which is making your knee worse. So to just treat the knee without treating the lower back, especially if you've got a bad lower back problem, is a bit of an error. So that's why it's important to get the lower back looked at, and if it's bad, then adjust it as well. Secondarily, the ankle and foot. Excuse me. Some of you are walking around, and normally the foot, when the foot lands, okay, if I could show you here, when it lands, it's supposed to hit the heel first and roll like this, okay? A normal foot will do that. But some of you guys, because you're older perhaps, or because you've had a prior foot injury or break or something like that, the foot doesn't roll like that. It's the foot, the ankle and toes are very inflexible. And instead of rolling, it does this. you step and there's no give. And that extra shock that normally is absorbed by your foot is going to go right up to your knee and wreck your knee worse, including wrecking your ankle. So that is something that we can also adjust. We adjust the ankle bones. We also adjust the feet bones to make sure that they're freely movable. The more freely movable your ankle and foot is, the less stress and strain it's going to put up to your knee, which will also help your knee. So we got lower back adjustments, we've got the knee exercises, we've got foot exercises, and the last thing that I usually recommend to people is orthotics. And the reason why orthotics are important is that if you're tilted in with your ankles, like you've seen people with flat feet, right? Normally it should be a nice arch to your feet, okay? But if you've got flat feet, your feet are just turned in like this, you know, if you can see here, maybe you can't see it, I'll show you. Okay, right down here. If my feet are like this, and look what happens if I turn my feet in just a little bit. Right? You see what happens to my knees? They start swiveling in like this. So imagine that for years, you've got flat feet and you're walking around, instead of like this, you're walking around kind of like this. Well, that's going to wear your joints out prematurely. And it's all because your feet are flat. So that's something that you want to have a serious look at. If you've got flat feet, okay, the exercises will help to a degree, but you might need some semi-rigid orthotics, not the real hard rigid ones. I wouldn't recommend those because they don't give all that much. But there are ones that we prescribe in our office that have the right arch supports, the 3-arch system, which is a technical thing you don't need to know a lot about, but it's very important. Most of the orthotics don't have that, and it's critical. You need that. And what that will allow your foot to do, if we can prop your arches up, you know, in addition to doing some of the single leg exercises and those sorts of things, that's going to allow your ankles and feet to be more comfortable. You probably won't get as much plantar fasciitis if you got heel pain and foot pain. I'll probably also do a video about that. But you're also going to reduce the wear and tear on your knees. But some of you are just walking around, you're not well adjusted in your back, your ankles and feet are immobile, they're jammed and stuck, they haven't been adjusted, and maybe your feet are flat, you aren't wearing any special shoes, and maybe you're not even doing any exercises, so all the muscles are weak around the knee and the ankle and the foot. That's a perfect storm. It's a bad thing, right? And if you're running into that, I can almost guarantee you're gonna have knee problems, not only now, but later on. Particularly if you got problems right now, those 4 things that you should be addressing right away. So if that's you, talk to us next time that you're at your office, or come in, right? We'll address it for you, and we'll see exactly what we can do to solve that problem. So again, I'll link some stuff down below. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.